Part 39. It's Doomsday, there are all-female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 381. Send a team. Lao Lin, how many people do you think is more appropriate to send? Instructor Li asked. I think we can send 2 teams of 100 people, fully armed with mechanical exoskeletons and firearms. 2 teams, 1 defending, 1 roaming to assist the survivors to evacuate. Under the condition of ensuring your own safety as much as possible, slow down the speed of the zombie attack as much as possible. Lin Lai said. With so many people, it is impossible to completely eliminate the new corpse tide. All I can say is to delay as much as possible and collect information. Okay, just as you said. But this time, Lao Lin, don't lead the team out in person. You're not in Baidu, and people's hearts are unstable. Instructor Li advised. Why don't I lead the team? I'm also a level 6 awakener anyway. Zhang Qiaozu raised his hand to apply. Old Zhang, if you bring your family with you, you should stay in Baidu, don't keep running out. Lin Lai persuaded. Zhang Qiaozu almost didn't come back last time. Oh, my strength is much stronger now than before. Besides, I worry more now, and I definitely don't want to die outside. Zhang Qiaozu said and looked at the south, feeling sweet in his heart. All right. Old Zhang, this time you are in charge of the attacking team. I'm responsible for contacting An City. That's it for this meeting, everyone will act on their own. While talking, Lin Lai took out his satellite phone and called An City. What? Wang Ran hasn't come back yet. Then, who is in charge of An City now? Lin Lai asked quickly. It seems to be Sister Momo. Dad, what's the matter with you? On the other end of the phone is her daughter Lin Chuang. You can help me contact your sister Momo. There are important things to discuss with you here in Baidu. Lin Lai urged. Ah, wait a minute. Hello, I'm Lin Momo, what's the matter? Lin Momo asked. Is such that Beijing is in urgent need of a lot of gold, and I hope to make a deal with An City. Lin Lai's tone was a little anxious. Ah, the gold trade. But Wang Ran hasn't come back yet. Why don't you wait? Lin Momo said weakly. That's too late. Lin Chuang said that you have certain authority in An City, can you trade with us first? Comrade Wang Ran and I are old friends, so there shouldn't be too much of a problem. Lin Lai pleaded. My authority, I only have 10 tons of gold free to deal with. Is 10 tons enough for you? Lin Momo continued to ask. 10 tons, enough? Enough. Enough for us to last a while. Lin Lai couldn't be more excited. 10 tons. They can build 1,000 mechanical exoskeletons. Only need to provide 200 units to exchange. Although I don't know when Wang Ran will come back, 10 tons is enough for a while. Well, I'll send a few transport planes to you with supplies right away. Then we will bring the gold back ourselves. Can you see it? Lin Lai asked. Okay, I have to clean the windows, so I'll hang it up first. Lin Momo hung up the phone. Window cleaning. Lin Lai was a little speechless. 10 tons of gold is like a small thing in front of the window. The people around Wang Ran are arrogant. Lin Lai didn't have much time to sigh, and immediately ran to organize staff. A few hours later, Wang Ran climbed to the shore wetly. Little Kraken, cow. After 24 hours of continuous tossing, there was no sign of surrender at all. If it wasn't for Wang Ran saying he wanted to go home, it is estimated that it would have been tossing for a week. Wang Ran came out to relax, who knew that he couldn't escape these things when he was in the sea. After Wang Ran went ashore, the little sea monster stretched out its tentacles and waved in the sea. It can be seen that the size of the little sea monster has become smaller and more transparent. Of course, the strength has also become a lot stronger. Wang Ran felt that he was digging a big hole for himself. Hey, let's go home and rest. As soon as he took a step, Wang Ran realized. I can't seem to rest when I get home. Weeping in the wind. As soon as Wang Ran returned to the island, the girls gathered around enthusiastically. Just as Wang Ran imagined, it seems that there is no way to rest tonight. Ah, master, I have to report something to you. That Lin Lai called a few hours ago and said he wanted to exchange some supplies for gold with us. I saw him in a hurry, so I approved 10 tons for him. Master, you won't blame me, will you? Lin Momo held Wang Ran's arm with an airbag and asked with big eyes. It's only 10 tons, little thing. By the way, what kind of supplies did you exchange? Wang Ran asked. Ah, I didn't ask. Lin Momo stuck out his tongue. Hi, are you spending money so unrestrainedly? You didn't even know what it was and changed it? Wang Ran's face twitched. This is a bit of a loser. Ah, I think that person is Lin Shuang's father. You know the master again, so I didn't care too much about the details. By the way, their transport plane should be arriving soon. Master, why don't you go to the airport yourself? Lin Momo said innocently. All right. Wang Ran pretended to be helpless. In fact, going to the airport gives him an hour or two to relax. Just escaping from the claws of the little sea monster, Wang Ran needs more time to recover his stamina. Wang Ran, let me accompany you. I am familiar with people who come from Baidu, so it is convenient for communication. Lin Shuang took the initiative to ask Ying. Okay, then Lin Shuang and Momo will accompany me. The others will prepare dinner here first. Wang Ran pulled the two girls and ran quickly to the parking lot at the door. There were only 2 people, and it was easy to say that on the way, if there were more, he would not be able to bear it. At the parking lot, Wang Ran saw a familiar shadow. Tesla. Wang Ran's heart trembled. He had an ominous feeling. Ah, master, you said this. Isn't there a surplus of electricity on our island, so I thought about getting a few electric cars. You don't need to bother to store gasoline in the future, just charge it here. Electric vehicles are very popular in An City now, and Wu Jiangguo and the others also use them. Master, am I great? Lin Momo looked proud. You're awesome. Wang Ran sighed, and when he got off the car, it seemed that he couldn't rest well. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 382. An hour later, the Tesla drove to the runway of the airport. Wu Jiangguo brought a group of younger brothers to guard the 10 tons of gold shipped here. Boss, I haven't seen you for a few days, my spirit is much better. Wu Jiangguo came up and hugged Wang Ran warmly. Spirit. Wang Ran was stunned. I'm almost empty, but I'm still in the spirit. How have you been in the past few days, has your strength improved? Wang Ran asked. After you came back last time, you talked about the method with zombies, I still couldn't help but try it. Now I've awakened at level 7. Wu Jiangguo patted his chest with a look of pride. I'll go, you can. Wang Ran was very happy. Wu Jiangguo finally took the step. By the way, which female zombie have you seen? Bring it to me another day. Wang Ran said with a smile. Not a female zombie. Boss, you also know that in An City, the female zombies in your family are stronger. Where shall we find it? I thought about it, but I still found Xiaohong. Wu Jiangguo scratched his head a little embarrassedly. Xiaohong and I, it is purely to exercise our strength together, and there is no sensuality. Wu Jiangguo explained. This. Or, let Momo go outside and catch a few female zombies for you. That's a little inappropriate, isn't it? Wang Ran didn't know what to say. It's okay, the brothers are used to it. Xiao Hong has been promoted to Corpse King, her strength is strong, and our communication has improved faster. Wu Jiangguo blushed and smiled. Zhu Ming on the side looked at Wu Jiangguo with a resentful expression. At this time, the shadow of the plane appeared not far away. Two large transport planes began to land on the runway. After sliding for a distance, the two transport planes stopped steadily. Dozens of warriors wearing mechanical exoskeletons began to unload below. What is this? Wang Ran and the others were all stunned. This mechanical feeling, this line, this sound. Very emotional to say. Lin Chuang saw the doubts of Wang Ran and others, and took the initiative to step forward. Major Lin. Hello, I'm Xiao Lu from Squad No. 6. A leading soldier stepped forward and saluted. What are you wearing? Looks like an interesting look. Lin Chuang asked directly. This is the latest mechanical exoskeleton developed by Baidu. Awakened can exert 20% minus 40% more strength after wearing it. This time we are using this to exchange gold with N City. Xiao Lu explained. Oh. Is it so interesting? Get me a set to try. Lin Chuang was also interested. Major Lin, are you a level 5 awakener? The batches we sent are all D-level mechanical exoskeletons for first and second level awakeners. If you use it, the exoskeleton may not be able to withstand it. You can communicate with Team Lin, and bring some higher level ones when the next batch comes. Xiao Lu explained. Level 5? Who do you look down on? I'm level 7. Lin Chuang muttered. Level 7. Xiao Lu was shocked. You must know that Lin Chuang was only level 5 when he left Baidu 2 weeks ago. Is it rising so fast? What method do you use? At this speed, she will soon catch up with Team Lin. You mean, as long as you put on this mechanical exoskeleton, you can exert more strength, right? Wang Ran came up and asked. Yes, as long as anyone who has been injected with our special vaccine can activate the use of the mechanical exoskeleton. At present, we mainly produce D-class exoskeletons, and there are a small number of B-class and A-class exoskeletons. For the specific situation, you can communicate with Team Lin in person. Xiao Lu replied. Special vaccine. Wang Ran was stunned. Oh, it's the batch of vaccines that researcher Lu brought to Baidu for the first time. Our researchers set a kind of genetic lock on the mechanical exoskeletons, and only the vaccinated ones can activate the use of these exoskeletons. Xiao Lu explained. Oh. Wang Ran nodded. It's the batch of vaccines made with my own blood. That is to say, I and my followers can use it directly without injections. After all, they have been injected with a lot of Wang Rans. Hey, give me a set to try. Wang Ran is still very curious about this kind of mecha. This gentleman, your strength should be very strong, right? Our group probably won't be able to hold you back. Oh, why don't you try this one on me, mine is B grade. As a level 5 awakener, Xiao Lu wears a relatively rare B-level exoskeleton. Okay, that's it. Let me feel the feel. Wang Ran had some expectations. Boss, why don't you let me come, you are too strong, don't collapse. Wu Jiangguo's eyes lit up from the side. He has no resistance to this kind of mecha. Go in line. Wang Ran pushed Wu Jiangguo away. After Xiao Lu took off the exoskeleton, he called a technician and demonstrated to Wang Ran how to put on the exoskeleton on the spot. After wearing it, Wang Ran felt that several fine needles were inserted into his skin, as if establishing a connection with the nerves. Comrade, you only need to inject our vaccine to operate this mechanical exoskeleton. Xiao Lu said and took out a vaccine. Wang Ran smiled and raised his hand directly. The mechanical exoskeleton seemed to grow on Wang Ran's body, and followed Wang Ran's movements smoothly. Wang Ran also felt a boost. In other words, he only needs to spend part of his effort to make the action he wants to do. Hey, comrade, you have been vaccinated. Xiao Lu sighed. Wang Ran smiled without saying a word. This vaccine was developed with his own blood. He was a father, so of course he could use it directly. Wang Ran, give it a shot. Lin Chuang encouraged him. She can't wait to see the mechanical exoskeleton in action. Wang Ran nodded, took a few steps forward, and pulled away from the driver. This thing seems to be quite expensive, so I don't have to do my best. Use a 3-point force. Wang Ran muttered in his heart. After getting ready, Wang Ran threw a punch seemingly at random. Clanging sugar palm. The mechanical exoskeleton on Wang Ran's body shattered instantly like Lego blocks. Parts are scattered all over the place. My B grade. Xiao Liu's eyes instantly turned red. The B-class mechanical exoskeleton that he usually loves like a girlfriend. Why did it collapse all of a sudden? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 383. Ah, this. I'm sorry, but it's still too hard. Speak to Lao Lin and say that the loss of this unit will be put on my account. Wang Ran patted Xiao Lu on the shoulder to comfort him. Xiao Lu wanted to cry, but he held it back and could only silently nodded. Boss, you're too much, you've played badly, let's play it. Wu Jiangguo complained on the side. The remaining 200 units are all D-class. The effect of his use is estimated to be similar to Wang Ran's use of this one. Okay, don't worry about it, I'll call Lin Lai and ask him to send some seniors over. Isn't it just gold, do we lack it? Wang Ran smiled. Wu Jiangguo and others thought about it and nodded. City N is now arguably one of the richest cities in the world. Xiao Lu on the side didn't know what to say. Is this the tyrant? With the busy work of Xiao Lu, Wu Jiangguo, and others, the 200 mechanical exoskeletons were quickly unloaded. 10 tons of gold were also loaded onto the transport plane. Comrade Wang Ran, we want to transport the gold back as soon as possible, so we will keep it soon. I guess it won't be long before I have to go again. Major Lin Chuang, are you sure you won't go back to Baidu with us? Team Lin seems to have been talking about you recently. Xiao Lu asked. I have something to do here. I'll be back in a while. Lin Chuang said with a blushing face. She felt that at least she had to surpass Lin Lai before she could go back. Judging from the current situation, it is estimated that it will not take long. Okay, then I'll go first, Major Lin, take care. Xiao Lu waved goodbye and climbed into the plane. The two transport planes took off on the runway one after another and disappeared into the northern sky. Boss, how do we arrange these 200 mechanical exoskeletons? Wu Jiangguo asked. D-class, too weak. Well, arrange 100 units to go to the construction site to increase the efficiency of engineering construction. Find another 100 first and second level awakeners and assign the rest to them. Looking back, I'll find Lin Lai for a high-end one. Cheap is not good. Okay, I'll go back first. Wang Ran stretched and took Lin Chuang and Lin Momo into the car. By the way, Master, I forgot to tell you. Something happened to AU before. We sent someone to take them all over. It seems that there are very powerful zombies in the southwest. You should go back and ask AU about the specific situation. Lin Momo reminded. A very powerful zombie. Wang Ran was stunned. Did the zombies have a new mutation? This evolution rate is too fast. Yes, it seems that Baidu is rushing to make mechanical exoskeletons for this reason. Lin Chuang added. Well, it looks like the situation is quite serious. Momo, the recent shift schedule, Slightly reduce the intensity. I need more time to think about how to deal with this situation. Wang Ran gave a serious order. Lin Momo smiled slightly. Where there is a situation that Wang Ran can't solve, he must be trying to be lazy. Back on the island, Wang Ran found a Yu who was soaking in the pool and eating snacks. Ah! Brother Wang Ran. As soon as Au saw Wang Ran, she rushed up. She hadn't seen Wang Ran for a while, and she couldn't control herself. Master, why don't you go back to the villa to rest first? Lin Momo said with a smile. Ah, let's talk about business first. Au, what is the specific situation of the zombies you encountered over there, can you tell me about it? Wang Ran asked. Those zombies came from the southwest. They are not the same as ordinary zombies. The lowest strength is also at the silver pupil level, but they are as irrational as low-level zombies. They only know how to fight. Our scarabs can the virus from them, but they have to rest for hours after sucking one. There are so many zombies, we really can't deal with them. We killed one with a trap, cut off an arm and brought it here. Sister Shi Yao is doing research and analysis in the laboratory. Ayu replied while rubbing against Wang Ran's chest. Southwest. Could it be the zombies of Curry country? Is the Ganges water so strong? Wang Ran muttered. Anyway, I can only escape here with all my clansmen. But the environment here is really good. There are so many delicious food, and you can see the sea. I don't even want to go back. Au regretted not coming here with Wang Ran earlier. Sister Au, the benefits here don't stop there. Lin Momo glanced at Wang Ran, covered his mouth and smiled. Au understood in seconds, and a blush appeared on his face. At this time, Lu Shiyao just returned to the base and walked straight to Wang Ran. Lu Shiyao's expression was a little dignified. It seemed that the results of her research should come out, which is not good news. Knowing that Wang Ran and Lu Shiyao were going to talk about business, Au consciously returned to the rainbow pony in the swimming pool. How, what's the situation? Wang Ran took Lu Shiyao's hand and asked. The virus on the zombies in the southwest this time. It's the same kind you brought out of the pyramid before. Lu Shiyao said with a sigh. What? Is it still leaking out? Wang Ran also frowned. Wang Ran knew the power of those ancient viruses. If it spreads on a large scale, the strength of zombies in the world will be greatly improved. This is not a good thing. Now, in many cities except N City, humans and zombies can get along relatively peacefully, because the strength of the two sides is similar, and no one can kill the other side by side. If the strength of the zombies increases all of a sudden, the balance will be broken. Not to mention the huge number of Curry country zombies that came from the southwest. When they came, they would definitely sweep away many cities along the way. How contagious is this virus? Under what circumstances will ordinary zombies be infected with ancient viruses? Wang Ran asked. We did live experiments and found that zombies below the golden pupil level are easily infected. When they get infected, they become very rampant, with only killing in their minds. Even a mutated zombie with a mind will lose its mind after infection. Lu Shiyao replied. When I was doing experiments in the laboratory before, if Xiao Hong wasn't there to protect her, several researchers would have been killed. Grass, is it so fierce? Is there any way to deal with it? Wang Ran asked with a frown. I haven't found a way yet. It can only be said that try to keep low-level zombies away from this virus. Lu Shiyao sighed. It's Doomsday, there are all-female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 384. Wang Ran finally understood why Lin Lai and the others were in such a hurry to get gold. They are all preparing for these zombies. The zombies in Curry country are very terrifying in terms of number and strength. Coupled with the strengthening of this ancient virus now, it's really hard to deal with. Shiyeo, hurry up and study this ancient virus to see if there is any way to deal with it. Wang Ran ordered. Well, I won't be looking for you these days. Remember to replenish me later. Lu Shiyeo put the double airbags in front of Wang Ran and rubbed them. Wang Ran patted Lu Shiyeo's and took out the satellite phone. Tang Tang seems to have gone to Europe to pick up her mother. Europe is not far from Curry country. I don't know if Tang Tang has been invaded by these zombies. Soon, the phone was connected. Tang Tang, it's me. How is your situation over there? Wang Ran asked. Uncle, you miss me, haha. I'm fine here. I'm packing supplies. I'll be back in the next few days. I got you a few long-handled two-handed swords, but it's cool. Tang Tang's voice was filled with excitement. Wang Ran was stunned for a while. It didn't look like there was a zombie invasion. In your side, have there been those black, fat, and powerful zombies that have appeared recently? Wang Ran continued to ask. No, we are quite peaceful here. What's wrong, uncle? Tang Tang asked inexplicably. That's all right. You're safe, don't go out and hang out. I still have something to do, hang up first. Wang Ran hung up the phone. The Curry country did not go to Europe, but only invaded China. Something wrong. Wang Ran pinched his chin and muttered. Could it be that he came for himself? At that time, everything in the pyramid was wiped clean. Is there a fish slipping through the net? Not right either. Even if the lizards survived, the lizards don't seem to have knowledge of geography. Do they still know how to get from Africa to China? Momo, send more scouts out during this time, and report back in time if there is any situation. The manpower of the city wall should also be arranged, and the zombies below Jintung will not be arranged to defend the city for the time being. The overland trade is also suspended to reduce the trouble. Wang Ran quickly arranged it. Lin Momo took out a small notebook and carefully recorded it on the side. Wang Ran glanced at the back of the small book and panicked. That's Momo's schedule, it's too full. It seems that I have to have a good talk with Momo and reduce the frequency appropriately. After all, there is still a lot of serious things to do. After making arrangements, Wang Ran called Lin Lai again. Old Lin. It's me. Your mechanical exoskeleton is very interesting. Wang Ran said with a smile. You're back. I told you, the southwest side? I see. It's an ancient virus, Wang Ran interrupted Lin Lai before he could finish his words. Let's save some time and go straight to the point. Your mechanical exoskeleton, can you get me some high-level ones? Your D-class, I can only use it at the construction site, it's not a big deal. Wang Ran complained. Construction site. What are you, do you know how useful this thing is? We're not enough ourselves. Lin Lai was a little depressed. That's because your strength is too weak. My little brother here is basically a level 4 or 5 awakened. Your D level will collapse as soon as you wear it. Get me some high level ones. Lin Chuang also wants one. Wang Ran played the emotional card. High level. The high and low production levels are actually about the same speed. The main reason is that the high level consumes too much gold. We decided to mass produce low grade ones first considering the cost effectiveness. Who has as much gold as you? Lin Lai sighed. It's just a little bit of gold. Then you can provide me with some high level ones. You can decide the price. Anyway, I'll leave it to Lin Chuang to deal with it. You can discount it depending on the situation. Wang Ran said with a smile. Ah, this. Lin Lai thought about it, and it seemed like a good idea. High-level mechanical exoskeletons consume a lot of money, but their profits are also high. If you make a few hundred sets, Baidu may not be short of gold. Well, I'll prepare 500 sets of B grades and 50 sets of A grades for you, which will be delivered in about a week. What about the price? The original price of the B grade is 150 kilograms, and the A grade is 250 kilograms. How about I give you a 20% discount? Lin Lai said with suppressed excitement. Even if it is 20% off, their profit margin is also very high. If this order becomes, Baidu itself can also produce high-level mechanical exoskeletons. I figured it out. A 20% discount, a total of 70 tons of gold. You can't get a discount. Forget it, I won't buy it. Wang Ran said lightly. Ah. This. How about, I'll drop a little more. Lin Lai was not a person who was good at doing business. Wang Ran immediately stunned him. If Wang Ran didn't buy it, where would he get the gold urgently needed in the northern capital? I think, with our relationship, you can give me a 30% discount. Wang Ran said with a smile. Threefold. That won't work. The cost of our gold raw materials is 20% off, plus labor and other raw materials, we'll lose 30% off. As soon as Lin Lai was in a hurry, he directly revealed the reserve price. Then 40% off. What you lack is gold, and the others should not be lacking, right? It's like exchanging labor for gold. Do you still want to make a fortune with me? Wang Ran asked seriously. Ah, well, then 40% off. Lin Lai hesitated for a while but agreed. They also made a lot of money on the 10-ton deal they just completed. The second one is to be grateful for feedback. Okay, you can ship it over when you're ready. Hang up first. Wang Ran smiled and hung up the phone. The 90 tons of goods were directly cut by 40% to 36 tons, and Wang Ran was still very happy. Give Lin Shuang one more visit in the evening, and consider it as compensation. Wang Ran stretched and walked to the dining table. Just add more protein, otherwise it won't be enough. The girls also consciously took all kinds of food supplements and stuffed them in front of Wang Ran. At night, it must be another fight. Pie time. The update of the harem text is stable, and the old people love to read it. Fairy goes to hell. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 385. A few days later, in a valley. Zhang Qiaozu and dozens of fighters were gasping for breath. From a distance, they all glowed with red light, which were mechanical exoskeletons stained with blood. How much time do the survivors in City C have to fully evacuate? Zhang Qiaozu wiped the blood from the corners of his eyes. Team Zhang, it is estimated that it will take another half an hour. We may not be able to withstand it. A soldier with a broken arm answered panting. Where are the reinforcements? When will Team 2 come? Zhang Qiaozu looked to the south. There's a 100-man squad over there. If the support is timely, they can still hold on. I have already sent someone to ask for help, and it is estimated that they will be here soon. Team Zhang. Zombies. Another wave of zombies is coming. The one-armed warrior pointed forward. Zhang Qiaozu frowned. A large amount of dust was raised in front, accompanied by a roar. Obviously, another wave of zombies came. Everyone. Get ready for battle. Let these zombies go home and eat shit. Zhang Qiaozu roared and picked up a two-handed axe. When wearing a mechanical exoskeleton, it is very easy to use this heavy weapon. Kill. Dozens of bruised soldiers raised their weapons. The bullets are already out. Next is brutal hand-to-hand combat time. The zombies roared and climbed up the slope, and they were greeted by bright axes. There was blood and flesh flying in the sky. The zombies fell one by one like mowing grass. However, the superiority of the number of zombies made some warriors buried below before they could react. The immobile warriors could only watch themselves being eaten by zombies. The hillside soon became like a purgatory, full of corpses and stumps. Zhang Qiaozu was suddenly out of breath, and his movements were a little sluggish. Fortunately, the mechanical exoskeleton had a boost to keep up, allowing him to escape the claws of the zombies. But soon, a zombie behind him took advantage of Jonquiazo's instability and stabbed his shoulder with a claw. Jonquiazo's arm was torn off shoulder length. Grass. The severe pain in his body made Jonquiazo couldn't help scolding. Team Jong, be careful. The two soldiers behind quickly came up to help Jonquiazo clean up the surrounding zombies. Jonquiazo took out a bottle of lab-made hemostatic glue from his waist and poured it directly on the fracture of his shoulder. The severe pain came again, and Jonquiazo's painful expression began to distort. Yes, when will the reinforcements arrive? Jonquiazo held an axe in one hand and split the head of a zombie. Ah! It's Xiao Zhu. Little Zhu is back. Have the reinforcements arrived? A soldier pointed to a figure on a small not far away. He was looking for Xiao Zhu for support from Team 2. Everyone seemed to be injected with a stimulant, and they were all excited. Reinforcements are here, stay safe. Xiao Zhu cut down a few zombies and rushed back to the line of defense. Team Zhang, team number 2. Team 2 has been wiped out. Xiao Zhu said with red eyes. When he arrived, there were dead bodies all over the valley where team number 2 was located, and no one survived. What? Jonquiazo was shocked and almost fell. The team of 100 people is completely destroyed. This is so. Brothers. Now I can only rely on myself. Everyone hold on. Buy more time for the people. Jonquiazo shouted loudly. To tell the truth, Jonquiazo is already at the end of the game. But in this case, if he fell first, these warriors would not be able to support him. Jonquiazo looked to the southeast, where he was concerned. He can't die. Must go back alive. The battle continues. The soldiers fell one by one, and even those who were still standing were basically seriously injured. However, the attack of this wave of zombies was considered to be withstood. Xiao Zhu, count the number of people. Jonquiazo leaned on the pile of corpses and said weakly. After a few seconds, Xiao Zhu lowered his head. Team Zhang, there are 9 people left. Xiao Zhu said hoarsely. 9 people. 200 people came out, only 9 people left. I've lived up to Team Lin's expectations. Jonquiazo sighed. If it wasn't for the mechanical exoskeleton, he might have fallen directly. Team Zhang, don't say that. This time, it's the survivors who are doing things. They don't listen to persuasion. They have to wait for the zombies to kill before they realize the seriousness. Otherwise we wouldn't have suffered heavy casualties. Xiao Zhu said angrily. That's right. They treat the base as a treasure, and they refuse to leave no matter how persuaded they are. When it's time to leave, it's too big and small, and the speed is slow. Another fighter also began to complain. Forget it, not everyone has such a high level of consciousness. After all, we are soldiers of China, and it is our duty to protect the people. Are the people mentally disabled, so we won't protect them? Jonquiazo asked back. The soldiers were silent. At this time, a man from behind ran over. Everyone, we all got in the car and evacuated successfully. Are you all right? The man looked at the few remaining soldiers, and his heart sank. The piles of corpses showed how brutal the battle just now was. What are you? Xiao Zhu grabbed the man by the collar and wanted to beat him. Little Zhu. Let go. Jonquiazo quickly stopped drinking. Being able to come and inform us means that he is not a white-eyed wolf. Let him go. Jonquiazo ordered. Xiao Zhu snorted coldly and let go of his hand. Then what? I'll leave if it's okay. The man felt that the atmosphere was not good, and hurriedly fled. Team Zhang, shall we withdraw? Xiao Zhu asked. Break 10 minutes, bury the brothers, then retreat. Zhang Qiaozi thought about it and said it. These sacrificed comrades cannot be exposed to the wilderness. At this time, the other end of the mountain range, Zhao Qi, who was covered in scales, was lying on a big mattress, holding two slender female zombies in his arms. Since acquiring the ancient virus, Zhao Qi's strength has grown by leaps and bounds, and he has also successfully subdued 10 corpse emperors of the Curry country as his younger brothers. The two female zombies in his arms are two of them. With these zombie beauties, Zhao Qi instantly felt that Lin Xuang was not fragrant at all. Life is called life now. However, Zhao Qi did not forget the shame he suffered. Wang Ran, Lin Xuang, Lin Lai. They all have to die. This time, Zhao Qi's goal is very clear, to flatten the northern capital and end city. Not a single mouth is left. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 386. Just when Zhao Qi was enjoying the corpse queen, a red-eyed zombie suddenly ran over. Do you want to die? Didn't you see what I was doing? Zhao Qi glared at the red-eyed zombie. The red-eyed zombie shivered and almost urinated. This Lord Dragon God has a bad temper, and often kills people at every turn. Lord Dragon God. A human helicopter is parked nearby. There is a leader who wants to talk to you about something. The red-eyed zombie crawls on the ground and says, "Humanity. The good thing that bothers me, kills them." Zhao Qi said coldly, not caring at all. Lord Dragon God, a corpse emperor fought him just now, and it was a draw. The human said that you would definitely be interested in cooperating with him. The red-eyed zombie said tremblingly. Let him come over. Zhao Qi became slightly interested. Humanity. Find yourself a collaboration? Then see what's going on. The red-eyed zombie nodded and hurried to call someone. Not long after, the red-eyed zombie walked over with a man in a trench coat. Hello, are you the boss of these zombies? Let me introduce myself first. My name is Tang Jun, the boss of Tametech Technology Company. You may not have heard of me, but the fate between us is not shallow. Tang Jun said with a smile. Originally, he didn't intend to go out in person, but his field captain was too unreliable, and none of them could do it. Fate? What fate can I have with you? Zhao Qi frowned. He doesn't like men either. You may not know that the zombie virus in this world is refined and developed by our company. The ancient virus on you should have been obtained from a mutant creature in Africa, right? It was also excavated and researched by our company and brought to Africa by a lizard creature. Tang Jun explained with a smile. What? The zombie virus was created by you. Zhao Qi sat up straight. If it was before, Zhao Qi would definitely have a fight with Tang Jun. But it's different now. Zhao Qi has become a mutant creature that is half human and half corpse. It is these viruses that give him strength and power. Before the change, he was at most a young talent in the northern capital, and he was better than the other. And now, there are tens of millions of zombies under him, including tens of thousands of mutant zombies. It can be said that his power has reached the peak, and it is not difficult to destroy a country. He enjoys the benefits of these zombie viruses and ancient viruses very much. Therefore, the man in front of him gave Zhao Qi some good feelings. You said, you want to work with me. Tell me, how do you want to cooperate? I'm sorry if it doesn't attract me enough. Zhao Qi waved his hand and dismissed the two female corpse emperors beside him. Our satellite photographed your whereabouts. I guess, you should want to go east, right? It just so happens that I am in N City, and there is a person who wants to smash his body into thousands of pieces. If you can help me kill him, by the way, I can give you some help. Tang Jun said with a smile. An City. Zhao Qi was stunned. It seems that the Wang Ran is from An City. What a coincidence. What are the characteristics of the person you want to kill? I'm just going. If you come across it, I'll help you deal with it by the way. When Zhao Qi thought of Wang Ran, he couldn't hide the murderous aura in his eyes. That person's name is Wang Ran, and his strength, he is quite strong. I estimate that he has the strength of a 9th level awakening. There are 2 corpse emperors by his side, which are not easy to deal with. If you can. Wait a minute. Wang Ran, Zhao Qi stood up suddenly, interrupting Tang Jun's words. You said the person you wanted to kill was called Wang Ran. Zhao Qi instantly burst into a powerful momentum, and some of the weaker zombies around him knelt down. Yes, it's that turtle grandson. This guy destroyed 4 of my labs and evacuated 1 of my bases. I have to kill him. Tang Jun also exuded murderous aura. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Unexpectedly, we all want to kill the same person. I brought the corpse tied to China this time, and the main purpose is to kill him. Looks like we do have a fate. The corners of Zhao Qi's mouth twitched slightly. Ha ha ha. That's a coincidence. It seems that we can cooperate well this time. Tang Jun is also very happy. It seems that you don't need to spend too much speech, just aiming at the murderousness of the 2, this time the cooperation is stable. I observed, you should not be short of manpower this time. I can provide you with all technical support. I have developed a potion here that can make the zombies instantly burst into great combat power. However, there are also side effects. After about a few minutes, the user will die of exhaustion. Tang Jun looked around. You shouldn't be short of dead men here, right? Tang Jun asked with a smile. Of course not. I let them die, and no one dared to refuse. Your potion sounds good, how much can you provide? Zhao Qi is interested. About 1,000. The main reason is that our bases and research institutes have been taken over by that kid, and our production capacity is limited. Besides, I have other good stuff. I saw you with 2 female zombies just now. I'm sure you'll like this. Tang Jun took out a bottle of small blue pills from his pocket. It's specially made in our institute, and the effect is very strong. I use it every day. Tang Jun handed the bottle to Zhao Qi. Oh. This thing is good. It seems that you are also a fellow man. By the way, do you like female zombies? Would you like to try the medicine together? Zhao Qi asked with a smile. Female zombie. Of course I like it. Tang Jun nodded. However, at most he has played female zombies of the red pupil level. Corpse King, can't afford it. It seems that Zhao Qi is going to invite him to play. That's great. You two, come here. Zhao Qi waved to the 2 female corpse queens just now. The 2 female corpse queens twisted their bodies and walked over. The corpse emperor is the corpse emperor. The skin is much tighter than that of ordinary zombies, and the body lines are more perfect. People can't help but be impulsive at first glance. The 2 took the small blue pills, and each hugged a female corpse emperor and rolled onto the mattress. The surrounding zombies consciously knelt to the ground and lowered their heads. The wonderful voice continued to sound, and Tang Jun finally realized the taste of the corpse emperor. Pie time is up. Recommend an LSP book. The heroines are full of favorites for the villain. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 387. A few days later. Airport in An City. The transport plane carrying the mechanical exoskeleton has finally arrived. Wang Ran took the girls and younger brothers at the airport to prepare for handover. Major Lin, this batch of 500 sets of B grades and 50 sets of A grades will be delivered. In addition, Team Lin also asked the factory to specially make 5 sets of S-class mechanical exoskeletons. Xiao Lu said and glanced at Wang Ran. The last time Wang Ran made the B-class exoskeleton fall apart with one punch, Xiao Lu also truthfully reported it after he went back. Lin Lai felt that A level might not necessarily be able to withstand Wang Ran's strength, so he asked the technicians to make 5 sets of S level. The materials used for this S-class are not cheap, which shows the kindness expressed by Baidu to Wang Ran. Comrade Wang Ran, our technician said that B-level mechanical exoskeletons generally require 5th level awakeners to function. Of course, level 4 awakeners can also use it once, and the effect may be discounted by 20%. These 500 sets, you probably won't be able to use them all at once. Xiao Lu thought about it for a while. There are only more than 200 awakened people above the 4th level in the northern capital, and in the case of N City, more than 100. I don't know why Comrade Wang Ran ordered so many B-class mechanical exoskeletons. Oh, level 5, right. Jiangguo, how many level 5 awakeners do we have? Wang Ran turned around and asked. There are probably more than 200 at the 5th level. If you count the 4th level, it's almost over 1,000. Wu Jiangguo counted with his fingers. What? Don't be kidding me. Xiao Lu stomped his feet. As a level 5 awakener of Northern Capital, he knows how difficult it is to become this level. More than 200 in a city? Are you kidding? There are no more than 30 people above level 5 in the Northern Capital. This is too much. As for the fact that the 4th level awakened is over 1,000, Xiao Lu absolutely doesn't believe it. Joke. Come, brothers, show some momentum to this friend from Baidu. Wu Jiangguo shouted loudly. The more than 100 little brothers who came to deliver goods behind him clenched their fists at the same time, and burst out the momentum of his body. What? Xiao Lu and his comrades were all stunned. These more than 100 people are all genuine 5th level awakeners? Are level 5 awakeners so bad now? Wu Jiangguo smiled and stretched out his hand to signal that the younger brothers were almost done. In fact, just a week ago, most of these people were only the strength of level 4 awakeners. After the news that the zombies can improve their strength spread, these younger brothers found zombie boyfriends and girlfriends one after another, and their strengths naturally improved by leaps and bounds. In other words, these 500 sets of B-level mechanical exoskeletons can basically be equipped with more than 200 5th level awakeners and more than 200 4th level awakeners. This is equivalent to having a combat team of 500 people with a combat strength between level 6 and 7. This strength is quite terrifying. You must know that the strength of the newly promoted Corpse Emperor is around the 8th level. With such a battle team, dozens of people can besiege a Corpse Emperor to death. Okay, don't be shocked. Come on, this is our specialty. Bring some back to Laolin. You can also eat something on the way. If you still want it, you can replace it with a mechanical exoskeleton. Wang Ran beckoned, and the younger brothers brought up a few boxes of vegetables. That's it? This should not replace the mechanical exoskeleton. Xiao Lu was stunned. What is Wang Ran thinking about? Is there not enough gold? Planning to use vegetables to offset the bill? Mutant vegetables have been promoted in Baidu before, and they are also planted, and there is no shortage of this. You can try one. Wang Ran took out a cucumber and stuffed it into Xiao Liu's hand. This thick and long shape, with a slightly granular skin, has a little elasticity. It feels so good. Ah, Lu almost forgot that this is for eating. With doubts, Xiao Lu stuffed the cucumber into his mouth and took a bite. A powerful energy burst his mouth with juice and poured into his throat. Grumpy grumpy. Ah! This is so full of energy. Xiao Lu had a satisfied expression on his face. He had never felt such a majestic energy. No wonder Wang Ran just said that, this thing is indeed very valuable. If the soldiers in the northern capital can eat these vegetables often, their strength will definitely increase very quickly. Ah, no wonder the people here are so strong. Xiao Lu was very emotional. Wang Ran smiled. These vegetables are newly developed by Lu Shiyao combined with ancient viruses. This is not like those mutant vegetables before. The previous mutant vegetables were actually not high-tech, and any organization with a certain biological research strength could study them. But this time the newly researched mutant vegetables are different. The core technology is only mastered in An City. Even if someone else steals the seeds and finished products, they won't be able to grow them. Comrade Wang Ran, I apologize for the suspicion just now. When I go back, I will recommend this vegetable to the organization. If we can supply it in large quantities, the strength of our warriors in the northern capital will improve a lot faster. Xiao Lu said very sincerely. Okay, go back quickly. The scout in front of us said that this wave of corpses is expected to attack in a day or two, so you should go back early to prepare. Wang Ran reminded. Okay, Comrade Wang Ran, on behalf of Baidu, I thank you. Your gold has really helped us a lot. If it weren't for your gold, we might have suffered heavy losses when we face the next wave of corpses. Let's go first. I hope you, Comrade Wang Ran, will come to Baidu when you have time. Xiao Lu and Wang Ran said goodbye. Lu, I'll go back with you this time. Lin Chuang stood up. After several days of special training with Wang Ran and the addition of the new mutant cucumber, she has successfully improved to the strength of an 8th level awakener. On the one hand, she can go back and chat with Lin Lai. On the other hand, North Capital needs manpower. Lin Chuang knew Wang Ran's strength very well. There is not much more of her here. But the North is different. Level 8 awakener, if Lin Lai is not yet level 8, she is probably Lin Chuang. Sister Lin Chuang, are you going back to the northern capital? When are you coming back? We can't bear to let you go. Several girls have recently developed deep relationships. Don't worry, we will meet soon. Lin Chuang hugged these girls one by one. When it was Wang Ran's turn, Lin Chuang hugged him the hardest and gave him a French wet kiss. Xiao Lu and the other soldiers on the side were stunned. They haven't seen the side of Major Lin Chuang yet. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 388. After watching Lin Chuang leave, Wang Ran and others also began to pack up and head home. All 500 B level and 20 A level mechanical exoskeletons were handed over to Wu Jiangguo for distribution. The remaining 30 sets of A level and 5 S level sets were brought back by Wang Ran. Needless to say, the S level ones are definitely for the most powerful little followers. Xiao, Momo, Tang Tang, and the others. As for Wang Ran himself, after trying it out, I have no plans to continue using it. Mainly, Wang Ran still didn't dare to use all his strength, for fear of ruining this thing. The remaining dozens of sets of A-level mechanical exoskeletons were distributed to the remaining little followers. With these, the strength of the little followers greatly increased, and Wang Ran felt more at ease. After returning to the island, as soon as Wang Ran got out of the car, a figure rushed over quickly. "Uncle, I miss you." Tang Tang flew directly and jumped onto Wang Ran. Tang Tang's long legs wrapped around Wang Ran's waist, and the double airbag slapped Wang Ran's face for a while. In those days in Europe, without Wang Ran, Tang Tang was really hard. "Uncle, don't wait, let's have a shot on the spot." Tang Tang blew softly in Wang Ran's ear. "In place. I think you'd better go to the truck and take a look. There should be something you like in it." Wang Ran quickly found a way to divert Tang Tang's attention. "Truck." Tang Tang loosened his legs, slipped to the ground, and walked over suspiciously. As soon as the door opened, Tang Tang was stunned. "Machine, mecha." Tang Tang was shocked, his eyes stared at the boss, and his legs trembled slightly. As an avid game lover, Mecha games are also one of Tang Tang's favorites. Now, in front of her eyes is a real mecha within reach. Uncle, help me put on a suit. Tang Tang can't wait. Wang Ran stepped forward with a smile and helped Tang Tang put on a set of S-class mechanical exoskeleton. I'm going, this is too powerful. I feel that my strength has increased a lot. Tang Tang danced there with excitement. With her expertise in games, she quickly became familiar with the operation of mechanical exoskeletons. After playing around for a while, Tang Tang ran to Wang Ran's side. Uncle, I thought of a new way to play. Do you want to understand the mecha? Tang Tang blinked his eyes and asked innocently. Wang Ran's face twitched. The gameplay in Tang Tang's head is really endless. Wang Ran glanced down, and there was indeed some space in the buttocks of the mechanical exoskeleton. This. Forget it, don't see Tang Tang for a while, so let's take it as compensation. Wang Ran returned to the villa with Tang Tang wearing a mechanical exoskeleton. An hour later, Tang Tang collapsed on the bed. Even wearing a mechanical exoskeleton, she was still paralyzed. Uncle, you've become more and more powerful recently. Tang Tang gasped and said. If I wasn't better, I would have been by you guys long ago. Wang Ran smiled and shook his head. By the way, didn't you pick up your mother this time? Where's your mother? Wang Ran asked. My mother flew directly to H City to find my father. My dad seems to have my mom's eyeliner beside me. This time my dad is going to be miserable. Tang Tang said gloatingly. It seems that Tang Yan's affairs with Sister Hua in HK can't be hidden. Wang Ran thought for a while, and suddenly felt that compared with Tang Yan, he was still very happy. At least his little followers won't be jealous, otherwise the Shura field, Wang Ran can't bear it. Just when Wang Ran was getting dressed and ready to eat, Su Xiao walked over with a solemn expression. Master, there is bad news. Su Xiao didn't know how to speak. Just say anything, I'm in a good mood. Wang Ran pulled Su Xiao to his side and sat down. There was a call from Baidu just now, saying. Zhang Qiaozu died. Su Xiao glanced at Wang Ran. Zhang Qiaozu, Wang Ran has saved him many times, it is a little friendship. So sacrificed. Grass. What's the situation? Old Zhang, didn't he say that he will not work in the future? Wang Ran clenched his fists all of a sudden. This unlucky bastard, every time he goes out, he will encounter danger, this time he really fell. The Baidu side said that they sent Lao Zhang to bring 200 people to help the masses evacuate. Lao Zhang and the others were attacked in City C, and only Lao Zhang and 8 others survived. But when Lao Zhang and the others were about to leave, they found that their plane was taken away by the survivors, and they could only desperately find a car to evacuate. But zombies soon surrounded the city. In the end, only one warrior escaped. Old Zhang and others, all sacrificed. Su Xiao said in a low voice. It's too much, don't you know what your physique is, and you still dare to go out to work? Does Amanda know about this? Wang Ran asked. Momo went to inform her. She should have a hard time accepting this reality. Su Xiao was also a little sad when she said that. Although Amanda is not pretty, she is a good worker. The plantation in N City was well managed by her. They also get along pretty well with Xiao Momo. Now that Zhang Qiaozu is dead, it will definitely cause an extremely heavy blow to her. Old Zhang's body is still in City C. Wang Ran asked. It should be, the surviving warrior is called Xiaozu. He said that Lao Zhang rushed into the zombie pile in order to give him a chance to escape. I don't know if Lao Zhang's body is still intact. Su Xiao squeezed Wang Ran's hand as a sign of comfort. This wave of corpses still has 2 days to reach N City, right? Tang Tang, go prepare the plane, let's go to City C. I want to find Lao Zhang's body. Even if there is only 1 stick left, Bring it back and give Amanda a thought. Wang Ran ordered. Master, let me accompany you. Suziao applied. No, you have to stay and help me see the scene. In case I encounter any delay, you have to lead everyone to fight the corpse tide. Of course, if there is no problem, I can come back in a day. Wang Ran patted Suziao's head. Suziao knew Wang Ran's strength. Now Wang Ran, there is no creature on earth that can stop him. After Wang Ran said that, Suziao could only nod her head. Wang Ran and Tang Tang took a set of S-class mechanical exoskeletons, drove a Tiger helicopter, and flew towards Sea City. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 389. On the helicopter, Wang Ran looked down through the window. There are a lot of zombies underneath. It can be seen that these zombies have begun to divide into two groups, advancing in the direction of N City and Baidu. Uncle, the goal of these zombies seems to be very clear. Tang Tang glanced out the window. Indeed, it feels like they were deliberately driven to N City. Is it coming for me? Wang Ran touched his chin. Uncle, did you sleep with someone's wife when you went out? Now people are spraying green water to find you. Tang Tang couldn't help laughing. Go, it's not that you don't know, I don't like wives. Wang Ran patted Tang Tang's head. Tang Tang stuck out his tongue and continued to control the helicopter to fly forward. A few hours later, the helicopter finally entered the range of City C. It can be seen from the air that the whole city is in shambles. It's a bit like the feeling when the end of the day just broke out. There are still many zombies left in the city. It seems that they are all low-level zombies with low IQs, so they didn't keep up with the big army. Tang Tang, find a safe place to land. If the plane breaks down, we won't be able to get back in time. Wang Ran ordered. Tang Tang nodded and found the top floor of a tall building and landed. The movement of the helicopter attracted a lot of zombies, and they surrounded the bottom of this high-rise building. Many zombies also rushed in and climbed upstairs. Let's go, I haven't felt this kind of zombie siege for a long time. Wang Ran smiled. When the zombies in N City saw him, it was like seeing their grandfather, and some couldn't help but kneel. Still some of the original here. Let's go down from the rooftop, it's a bit like the road to survival. So exciting. Tang Tang put on an S-class mechanical exoskeleton and held a giant axe made of stainless steel in his hand. This is what she brought back from the corrupt country. She was used to using an axe before, but she was not used to using other weapons. Wang Ran holds two great swords. This big sword was supposed to be held with both hands, but to Wang Ran, the weight of the sword was like a toy, so it was just one hand. The two took their weapons and walked down the stairs. Roar! A dark-skinned zombie appeared at the corner of the stairs. The corners of his mouth were dry, cracked and blackened with blood. It seemed that this guy had eaten a lot of people before. Uncle, this guy is so weak, that is, the strength of a silver pupil. Hey, I'll reluctantly take him to the edge. Tang Tang pouted and waved a big axe. The unlucky ghost who rushed up was directly split in half by the axe. The stinky intestines flowed all over the place. Wang Ran and Tang Tang carefully avoided the intestines and continued to walk down. As you go downstairs, there are more and more zombies. There was not much space at the stairs, so Wang Ran couldn't swing his two great swords, so he could only slash instead of thorns. Every time Wang Ran stabbed it, it was like a string of candied haws, stringing up the heads of several zombies. With just a flick of the wrist, these heads would just shatter. The killing efficiency is quite high. The Tang Tang on the side is more like a house demolished. The 9th level Tang Tang wears an S-level mechanical exoskeleton, and easily bursts with a 10th level or more strength. As soon as the axe went down, in addition to the zombies being cut in half, even the walls on both sides of the stairs suffered. If it wasn't for Wang Ran's constant reminder, Tang Tang might have collapsed the building. The two fought for a few minutes and finally walked out of the building. Under the building, dozens of zombies rushed towards the two of them at once. On the empty street, Wang Ran's two big swords could finally be used. He was like playing a game of unparalleled, waving the two big swords and spinning and jumping among the corpses. In just a few seconds, the dozens of zombies surrounding him turned into corpses all over the place. "Uncle, you are so handsome. I'm a little wet." Tang Tang's eyes are full of stars. "Do business first." Wang Ran glared at Tang Tang. Tang Tang stuck out his tongue, picked up the axe and followed Wang Ran. According to what Xiaozhu, the survivor of Baidu, said, Lao Zhang and the others were besieged by zombies when they went to Wanda's underground garage to look for a car. "Let's go over there first." Wang Ran took two big swords and walked towards Wanda Plaza with Tang Tang. Along the way, there are zombies wandering everywhere. These are all leftovers when this wave of corpses passed through this place. Judging from the appearance, it looks like the people from the Curry country have changed. Could it be that the remnants of Africa went to Curry country? Wang Ran muttered. Without navigation, Wang Ran managed to find Wanda Plaza by relying on the tourist map. At the gate of the square, the bodies of hundreds of zombies were spread from the gate to the parking lot. It can be seen how tragic the situation of the 9 people in Laojiang was at that time. "Come on, pay more attention to your surroundings," Wang Ran reminded, and took Tang Tang to the gate of the parking lot. It is not like N City, which has sufficient power supply. The entrance to the parking lot is like an abyss, dark. "Uncle, look at me." Tang Tang pressed the button on his shoulder. 2 strong lights instantly shot out from the 2 shoulders of the mechanical exoskeleton. This penetrating power is comparable to the high beam of a car, which directly illuminates the front 100 meters brightly. This kind of thing is still your thorough research. Wang Ran couldn't help sighing. Tang Tang's ability in this regard is still very strong. Of course. By the way, I also researched the vibration mode of the mechanical exoskeleton. It can increase the sense of happiness at that time. "Uncle, do you want to try?" Tang Tang smiled wickedly. "Do business first," Wang Ran said seriously. Everything is good with Tang Tang, but it hurts the kidneys a bit. Under the illumination of the searchlight, the two calmly walked out of the garage. As soon as he went, a coolness hit his face, accompanied by the smell of rotting corpses. There are many corpses on the ground, most of which are zombies, but occasionally some parts of mechanical exoskeletons can be seen. As for the body in the exoskeleton, it has long been unclear. I don't know if it was eaten by the zombies. "Uncle, it's a little hard to find." Or, just grab one and take it back to Amanda. Tang Tang tried to ask. "That won't work. Zombies are very sensitive to the smell of humans. You can't fool others. Besides, Lao Zhang has a little friendship with me anyway, we can't be so casual." Wang Ran snuffed out the idea of Tang Tang. The little Zhu said that in order to give him a chance to get in the car, Lao Zhang attracted all the zombies and was blocked in a blind spot with a Cadillac XT6 billboard. "Tang Tang, take a photo and see where this billboard is," Wang Ran ordered. Tang Tang nodded and looked around. "There." Tang Tang quickly found his target. "It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around." Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 390. In the corner not far away, there is a billboard full of palm prints, which is a Cadillac XT6. It should be there. Wang Ran pointed forward with his sword, and walked towards the billboard with Tang Tang. Just as the two of them passed a stairway, several zombies suddenly jumped out from the darkness on the side. Grass. Tang Tang was so frightened that he turned these zombies into meat sauce with an axe. It's scary. Tang Tang said while pressing his undulating chest. The strength of these zombies is not strong, but it is quite scary to appear suddenly. It's like playing Road to Survival with Invincible, and occasionally you will be scared. Calm down, hit the light well, don't shake it. Wang Ran warned. Tang Tang stuck out his tongue and continued to shine forward. The two came to the billboard. This is. Wang Ran raised his brows. A hole was actually smashed into the ground below the billboard. Could it be that when Lao Zhang was surrounded, he smashed a hole in order to escape? So, Lao Zhang may still be alive. Tang Tang also quickly responded. Below is the parking lot on the second underground floor. Although I don't know what the situation is, at least Lao Zhang was not beaten to death here. Okay, old man, that's fine. A slight smile appeared on Wang Ran's face. Tang Tang came to the entrance of the cave and turned on the lights, while Wang Ran jumped directly. As soon as he landed, Wang Ran felt several hands touching his body. The sharp touch must be the zombie's nails missing. Wang Ran directly used his double swords to make a whirlwind slash. The few zombies that came around were instantly cut off. Immediately afterwards, Tang Tang also jumped down. Vomit. Tang Tang was nauseated for a while. This second basement. It's like hell. All the floors and walls are covered with blood and internal organs, corpses, bones in one place. The disgusting smell permeated the entire space. This is really a zombie cafeteria. It tastes so good. Wang Ran also frowned. In order to find Zhang Qiaozu, the two still resisted the pungent smell and continued to forward. In the garage, from time to time, one or two zombies would jump out and attack the two. However, the strength of the zombies here is really not strong, and the two of them have not suffered any substantial damage except for occasional surprises. The base of the underground garage is very large, and the two of them made noises while walking. This can kill the zombies in the garage more efficiently. A few minutes later, the two came to a laundromat. The entire underground garage, it is estimated that people can hide here. Old Zhang, are you in there? Wang Ran groped inside while shouting. The zombies in the underground garage are estimated to have been killed, and such a loud shout will not attract the zombies. But there was no reply from Mr. Zhang. Just as Wang Ran entered the inner room of the laundry shop, Wang Ran was keenly aware of the movement inside. That's a large washing machine. Inside, there should be something hidden. Wang Ran motioned for Tang Tang to make a good shot, inserted the sword into the ground by himself, and walked forward. When Wang Ran put his hand on the door handle of the washing machine, the contents inside shook obviously. Is it human? Or zombies? Wang Ran directly opened the door of the washing machine. A black shadow rushed out from the inside with a roar. Tang Tang subconsciously raised the axe and wanted to chop down. Don't do it. Wang Ran stopped Tang Tang while reaching out and grabbed He Ying's ankle. The shadow fell to the ground with a pop. Uncle, it's a zombie, yes. Let me kill him. Tang Tang pointed the searchlight at the guy on the ground. This is a zombie with a broken arm, blood all over his body, and it looks like he has been seriously injured. Wait a minute. Wang Ran always felt that the figure of this guy was a little familiar. Wang Ran grabbed the guy's ankle and lifted him upside down. Old Zhang. Wang Ran recognized that this zombie covered in blood was actually Zhang Qiaozu. Wang Ran quickly let go. Zhang Qiaozu fell directly to the ground and was seriously injured. Brother Wang Ran. Zhang Qiaozu said weakly, with a hint of surprise in his voice. Unexpectedly, Wang Ran came to him again. This is the fourth time. Is this a fateful bond? How did you become a zombie? Wang Ran asked as he opened his arm. The blood dripped on Zhang Qiaozu's body and penetrated into the body along the wound. Zhang Qiaozu feels like he is soaked in warm water, happy and joyful. I was besieged by zombies. I tried my best to escape here. This washing machine is very strong, and I have been hiding in it. Who would have thought that I have too many wounds on my body and too many body, and the virus has the upper hand all of a sudden. After one night, I became a zombie. Jonquiazu sighed. When the zombies first appeared, Jonquiazu was not sympathetic to the zombies. After the zombie appeared consciousness, Jonquiazu was a little hesitant. Later, when he met Amanda, Jonquiazu completely changed his view on zombies. Who would have thought that he would actually become a zombie himself? This mental journey is quite complicated. Hey! My injury. Jonquiazu was surprised to find that his wounds had begun to heal. The originally weak body has gradually gained strength. Wang Ran's blood. Is it so amazing? Actually, if you let the uncle see through it, you can still be promoted to the corpse emperor. Tang Tang said with a bad smile. Jonquiazu and Wang Ran were shocked at the same time. The two stared at Tang Tang in unison. This thing, just thinking about it is hard to accept. Okay, as long as you're still alive, zombies, there's not much difference between humans now. Wang Ran patted Jonquiazu on the shoulder. I understand the truth. But I don't know if my family will accept me. Jonquiazu looks a little unconfident. What are you afraid of? Isn't there still Amanda? If your family dislikes you, just go back to N City with me, and I'll get a district chief for you. Wang Ran patted his chest and said. Ah, this. Jonquiazu was obviously a little shaken. Okay, let's go out first. It smells so bad in here. Wang Ran pulled Jonquiazu up. Brother Wang Ran, I really thank you this time. You saved me again. The more Jonquiazu thought about it, the more moved he became. He stepped forward and hugged Wang Ran with one hand. 800,000 words, it's not easy, a chapter will be added tonight.